that's that time again, you kind of think, let me play with the driving aid. He's trapped. That's it. Don't let it go forward. Keep thinking upward. Touch more bend. Don't let him off the hook on the bend. Keep lightening when you can. There's his body position. More neck bend. And again, add a little power. Push. But don't let it go forward. Just think of bounding. Up, 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 up. Good. Good. Nice. There it is. And straighten again. 20-meter circle. Careful, just as you straighten, they kind of tend to do one or the other. They'll surge out, going, thank God I'm off my hind legs. Or they come out and go, I'm dying, and they kind of drop out from underneath you, coming back to walk. Nice with the canter, good with the jump. Teeny bit rounder, just that little play up front. And then one more time with the haunches in again. Yep, that's good with the bend. Think that pirouette, I mean, if you really take it apart, it's, you know, we kind of say it's theoretically the smallest circle they're going to make. If that's the case, that would mean the greatest amount of bend they're ever going to need. So I'm going to kind of really emphasize that bend, which, like I was saying, kind of makes sense if I look at bend as engagement or a component thereof. The more bend, the more engagement. Yeah. Nice with the power. Super. That's good swing with your seat. Yeah. Playing with the driving aid, playing with his back, playing with the hind legs. Good, good, good. And just right away again, canter. If I'm not, like, in a way, if you're not hitting some of that with them, you're not pushing it hard enough. You know what I mean? Like that struggle step he takes or a change that leads behind. That's good. Keep the jump. Nice, and straighten again when you're ready. Super. Good. Little powering up into walk again. Just the littlest power. And a walk. You got it? Good. Yeah. Break, and then we'll do left side, same.
And Jeremy, your 850's ready.
Okay, thanks. See, that's why I need the prodding. Always feels like it goes too fast. That pirouette work, I mean, at his age, you could be doing that 3 days a week, 4 days a week. Not going to hurt him. I draw a really clear line in the sand with my own horses where, and it's sometimes it's a feel, sometimes it's visual, but you get to this point where, and it's generally 10, 12 meters and smaller, you start getting a little bit of the rotational torque, and that's where I go, I can't do that every day. But this kind of 12 meters and bigger with the haunches in, it's no different than a half pass, other than they're more trapped and you get a little more engagement. It is more work than a half pass, but not, you know, we're not talking, you know, the difference between a half pass and a pirouette. But where I stick with the circle is I get the little added engagement, I get the added strength build from that engagement, and it's continuous. So I can sit in it until it feels good. Or I can sit in it like he's working on it until I feel him start to struggle, because we're at our 15 reps or 12 reps, and go 3 more, and then you 2 more circle, 1 more circle, then you can be done. I'll help you, spot you like would spot you at the gym with the weights, and go, let me help you get through this, but let me also challenge that next level of strength build, kind of in a good way, shocking that muscle group. Yeah. Okay, left lead, and then just same thing this side. Yeah, good right away. Nice with the low croup, high wither. Good. Play that little left, right in front. Nice with the jump. Good. Those are the moments, right, where you're going, I want to have more and more of that canter all the time, which just means right now more and more playing and challenging for lots of those moments till that feeling in the canter is kind of this full-time feel. Nice. Good. Lots of neck bend and no smaller. Good. Good with the jump. You got it. Keep adding, adding, adding. No surging. Outward anyway. Good. That's better with the up. Nice. The other two, it's super subtle. This side, just no slower than that in the tempo. Keep it tick, 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 tick. Good. And up, 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 up. That's a better tempo. You got it. You got it. And straight again. Good. Where I kind of think, 2-3 days a week, you're not going to hurt them. I tend to look in a sense at the little bit of the older horses, meaning they're over 8-9 years old. They're kind of settled in their bodies. If they're not having soundness issues, I'm always like, you got this. Like, you know how to basically manage your body, right? As long as I listen, like I was saying yesterday, to the stress signals of, okay, I'm dying here, Dad, or, that little bit of anxiety or something, I go, challenge that strength build in a safe way, like here, keeping the pirouette big, but going, I need that muscle benefit. Yeah. Super in the contact there, that looks good, and light up front, and nicely carrying behind. Good. And add a little jump again. Yeah. And out again. Nice. Straight. Just a touch more power. No surging off. Good. There it is. That's it. That's it. That's your walk moment also, right? Doesn't have to be right, but that's that feeling. That's what I'm after into the walk. Good. And a break again. Nice. Really interesting because the minute, which like I said makes sense because of the way their pelvises work in the canter versus the trot, but two different animals when you started cantering versus when you were trotting, and the way he uses his hind legs and the way he uses his back. And in that sense then, like, you can't not trot him. I would trot him a ton, but I would for sure exploit that canter right now. A little bit, it's not quite as effective. Those small circles you were riding, I know they sound really simple, but just going, like I do that with mine, the PRE I have, I do it to him in the canter because he doesn't, like I was saying last night, his version of when you touch the reins means shorten your neck and go faster. So for him, I do lots in the canter because he just overpowers me in the canter. The trot for him is actually easier, but it's not under through, it's just easier to physically ride. But I do a lot like that with him where I just go, and there's days where I literally, without exaggeration, one circle in that corner, a circle at E, a circle in that corner, a circle in that corner, a circle at B, and a circle in that corner. And I go, okay, Dante, 10 minutes, trot, go. Or canter, go. You're not getting a walk break. And just conditioning work and this idea that these long sides, I want to just sit here. And sometimes they're not exactly always at E because I didn't make it to E and he's already in my hand. And I just every single time, I feel them start to tip, and you make it a little on the sharp side. The difference with the circle versus the halt or the walk is you get to flow through it. So you get a progressive workflow instead of, I got to stop. But I don't mind that. I got to stop either sometimes, if they're too strong and we're really trying to get them to connect to that. But once you're kind of like, we're kind of on the same page, I usually evolve to those circles where I just keep going, there's this whole long side, run. Or go if you want to go. But if you choose to go, boom, small circle again. So you have to keep resetting. So it gets that point where, again, the moment I go to touch the reins, I almost get this pushback with the chest back into the body instead of the barging out with the chest. Yeah, no, that's plenty. Yeah. Yeah, I do a lot too. I mean, it's hard sometimes. Like, I always say that, like, the first lessons are, there's a lot of theory. I always look at it and go, I kind of want everybody to go home with work instead of, let me just traffic direct you through movements and tell you if they're good or bad. Because I kind of go, anybody can do that, really. I feel like it's more important to just get that theoretical base, a couple of good feelings where you kind of go, I can do this for a month. I can take this home for 2 months. And then I always say that, like, as I get to know the horses too a little more, there's other stuff and all of that, but a lot of it becomes theory in the beginning.
You're planning to return?
I think we have dates next year.
2 next year.
Awesome.
Good, you got it. Oh, I'm going to steal your comment.